How deep does the cesspool go? Do you remember when Corey Feldman said the worst problem in Hollywood is pedophilia? Well, I don't think it just stops with Hollywood. I think pedophilia is rampant in Washington's District of Criminals as well. This is from the Daily Wire. Convicted pedophile used in Mueller investigation, indicted for funneling millions in illegal contributions to Hillary. I don't care about illegal contributions. I care about this part right here. Convicted pedophile. Another one. It just keeps coming out, and it keeps coming out in relation to Bill and Hillary Clinton. And guess who's silent about it? Check this out. Type in George Nader, because that's who we're talking about here. George Nader, a convicted pedophile that special counsel Robert Mueller used in his Russia investigation, was indicted on Tuesday for allegedly concealing millions of dollars in illegal campaign contributions to then Democratic presidential candidate, this woman right here. But when you run a search on George Nader, just type in a regular Google, George Nader convicted. Washington Examiner deals with it. Wall Street Journal deals with it one day ago. Epic Times deals with it. But look who doesn't deal with it. You got Wiki, Washington Examiner, Al Jazeera deals with it. But this is back in 2018. And CNBC deals with it, but that was back in 2019. Before it was found out that George Nader is linked with campaign contributions to Hillary Clinton. They're not going to touch this with a 10-foot pole. CNN dealt with it, with Nader, back in 2019. Well, watch what they say, guys. Watch this.
Earlier this morning, George Nader, who was one of the key witnesses in Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation, was arrested when he arrived in New York at JFK Airport on allegations and charges he was transporting images of children involved in graphic videos. Now,
this report is on the Wolf Blitzer Situation Room back in June of 2019. Do you think if they thought that this George Nader guy was linked in any way with Hillary Clinton that they would have reported on this?
These charges were unsealed today, but they were initially made in April of 2018. That was after Nader had already been cooperating with Robert Mueller's team. He was a key witness in that investigation, cited in over...
But here's the deal, guys. George Nader already had a long history of being a pedophile before he was picked by Robert Mueller for the investigation. Robert Mueller had to know this guy was a pedophile, and he picked him anyway. And he continued to let this guy walk the streets without making sure that he was put away? You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, old George. Yeah, we know he's a pedophile. Heck, most of the politicians in D.C. are pedophiles. That ain't nothing new. But we're still going to keep him as a key witness to this Trump-Russia collusion investigation. You better believe that. Because that's way more important than child predators roaming around destroying the lives of children.
4 dozen footnotes in the report, and also providing information and testimony relating to the Seychelles meeting where Eric Prince met with a Russian money manager, as well as meeting with the Crown Prince of the UAE and members of Trump's transition team. Now, these charges...
This guy right here has a major role in public policy in the Middle East, guys. A major role. He was a key witness in the Mueller report. He's a pedophile, and he has a long history, and we're going to go over that. And he's linked with Hillary Clinton.
Today are not the first time that Nader has been charged with transporting child pornography. He was also...
Yeah, you bet it hasn't been the first time.
Also charged in 1991 and pleaded guilty then. He's being arraigned and presented in court in Brooklyn this afternoon, and he will then be transported back to Virginia where he'll face these charges.
He potentially could spend, years and years in jail.
This charge carries a minimum 15-year sentence if he's found guilty, and that could go up from there. So he's looking at significant jail time.
Now, let me reiterate. This Wolf Blitzer report happened before it came out that George Nader is a major contributor or was a major contributor to the Hillary Clinton presidential campaign. And you'll look in vain to see anything current about Nader that's dealt with in relation to the Hillary Clinton campaign from CNN, MSLSD, CBS. You won't find it. At least not right now. Not as of 7:29 a.m. on December 6th. Convicted sex offender George Nader, who was a key witness. I can't even I I can't highlight that enough. He's a key witness. He was a key witness in special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation, has been indicted by United States prosecutors for his alleged role in a scheme to conceal large sums of illegal campaign contributions. Who cares? Let's talk about the kids that he's devastated, the lives he's shattered, to help Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election. That matters, that this pedophile was contributing to the Hillary Clinton campaign. Nader, a 60-year-old Lebanese-American lobbyist, he's a lobbyist, what do you expect, is accused of conspiring with Ahmad Andy Khawaja, the Los Angeles-based 48-year-old chief executive of Allied Wallet, to conceal the source of more than $3.5 million in campaign contributions to political committees associated with a presidential candidate to gain influence during and after the 2016 campaign. And if you go to the report, you can see who Khawaja gave to, and it's clear that it was Hillary Clinton. Nader and Khawaja were charged on November 7th as part of a 53-count indictment dealt by a federal grand jury in the District of Columbia, District of Criminals. The indictment was unsealed on Tuesday. Back to the wire. The Justice Department refers only to an unidentified 2016 presidential candidate, but campaign finance records make it clear that the candidate was Clinton, and that's according to Politico, guys. Politico is in the sack with Clinton, and even they reported that, yeah, he was contributing to Clinton's campaign. In a statement, the U.S. Department of Justice wrote, and this is that U.S. Department of Justice press release, according to the indictment from March 2016 through January 2017, Khawaja conspired with Nader to conceal the source of more than $3.5 million in campaign contributions directed to political committees associated with the candidate for president of the United States in 2016. Politico says that's Clinton, and these records make it pretty clear. By design, these contributions appeared to be in the names of Khawaja, his wife, and his company. In reality, they allegedly were funded by Nader. Khawaja and Nader allegedly made these contributions in an effort to gain influence with high-level political figures, including the candidate. That's Clinton. A pedophile wanted to gain influence with Hillary Clinton. As Khawaja and Nader arranged these payments, Nader allegedly reported to an official from a foreign government. See, now we have pedophile connected with Hillary Clinton and reported by an official from a foreign government about his efforts to gain influence. Nader allegedly reported to an official from a foreign government about his efforts to gain influence. The indictment noted that political committees that received funding unwittingly submitted false disclosure reports and were presumably victims of the plot. Still, Clinton apparently attended numerous events, including small gatherings with Nader, who on July 19th, and why wouldn't she? She's friends with Tony and John Podesta. Why wouldn't she hang out with Nader too? Guys, I'm telling you, there's so many pedophiles crawling in Washington, D.C., and they're connected with so many high-level officials, and mainstream media will not cover it. Who on July 19th, 2016, messaged the foreign official a photograph of him with candidate number one's spouse, an apparent reference to Bill Clinton at Khawaja's home. Nader was convicted by Prague's municipal court of 10 cases of sexually abusing minors and sentenced to a 1-year prison term in May of 2003. She said the crimes occurred between 1999 and 2002. In one case, Nader requested oral sex from a 14-year-old in a room at the Hilton Hotel in Prague. After the boy refused, Nader masturbated in front of the boy and paid him 200 koruna, worth about $100 today. Federalist co-founder Sean Davis noted in a tweet that Nader was, quote, a top Mueller source during the anti-Trump Russia probe, a pedophile and child porn trafficker whom Mueller refused to arrest. Nader was arrested in New York City back in June for allegedly, quote, transporting visual depictions of minors engaged in sexually explicit conduct. These people are so sick. The charges stem from evidence the FBI found when agents seized 3 of Nader's iPhones in an unrelated matter in January 2018, according to court documents. The FBI allegedly found dozens of pornographic videos of boys on one of Nader's phones, as well as images depicting bestiality. This guy. Nader previously pleaded guilty to 1 count of transporting child pornography in 1991. Investigators found him at Dulles International Airport in January of 2018 to talk to him about his work on Donald Trump's presidential campaign. They seized Nader's electronic devices. They said he allegedly possessed 12 videos showing minors in sex acts. And check this out. They have gone on to say that videos depicted children as young as 3 years old, and that some of the footage was sent from his phone to others. He was already fighting the allegation and has pleaded not guilty to the new charges on Friday. And his buddy Andy Khawaja, Ahmad Andy Khawaja, you think Andy's not involved in pedophilia like Nader is? Deeply involved? And here he is schmoozing and giving tons of money to Hillary Clinton. But wait, there's more. He's also a contributor, or was a contributor, to Trump's campaign, and here he is with Trump. How deep does it go, guys? How deep does the cesspool go? Nader is mentioned more than 100 times in the Mueller report. He worked as an advisor for the United Arab Emirates and arranged a meeting between Kirill Dmitriev, a Russian national who heads Russia's sovereign wealth fund, and Eric Prince, the founder of Blackwater, during the transition period following the 2016 presidential election. This guy right here, this pedophile, plays an important role in shaping public policy, guys. And he's linked with Hillary Clinton. And then you've got Howard Stern playing patty cake with Hillary Clinton, not asking her any of these hard questions. It's ridiculous. Infuriating. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the Google Thought Police in the comments section below. And I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.